Thank you. I try to dress up every now and then for a good cause this time. For a good cause. I thought the first half, I thought our guys came out with a lot of energy. I thought we guarded. I thought we got off to a great start. Then we kind of settled in and ran into a little offensive rut there when Markel got in foul trouble. So it kind of disrupted us a little bit going into halftime. Didn't like where we were at all at halftime, but we had the lead, hadn't played very well, didn't shoot it well. But I liked the way we came out in the second half. We were very intentional about getting the ball into the paint, getting to the free throw line, throwing the ball inside, driving it to the paint, and because our three ball wasn't falling tonight, and I knew it. I knew we wasn't shooting the ball great tonight, so we had to change our game plan and make sure we attacked the paint. And I thought those guys did a great job in the second half of getting stops when we needed to get big stops. And then we just rode Markel there for about 4 or 5 minutes, and he delivered. And then we rode JJ for about 3 or 4 minutes, and he delivered and kind of put the game away a little bit. So proud of how they played in the second half. Wasn't a pretty game, but it was a grinder, and I think we needed a game like that. I told those guys that we're not going to be able to punch people out and put them to sleep all the time. And this was a grinder, and I don't know if we had a big lead at all in the game at all. Our biggest lead was 9. So we never had a double-digit lead like we had in our previous games. But happy with the win.
It was a pretty physical game. I mean, a lot of fouls, obviously. They fouled a ton, you guys did. But the second half, you played defense without fouling a little better.
Mm-hmm.
Was that a message at halftime?
No doubt. I mean, I thought our switching was able to contain those guys. I mean, Shabonio and Craig, they're tough to guard, man. Guys that can shoot it and can put pressure on your rim like that, and they're smart and they can pass. Like, those guys are hard matchups, and not just for us, for anybody. And we got athletes, we got length, but they're going to shoot it. They're going to be aggressive. If we look at the stats, I mean, they shot it more than anybody, and we knew that coming into the game. But I thought our guys did a great job. There was a stretch there for about 4 minutes where we kind of just neutralized those two guys, and that's how we got the lead.
I mean, you were down 5. I think it's 52-47,
Mm-hmm.
and then Markel gets down low and scores 3 straight field goals. I guess how big was it in the paint tonight that you were kind of able to control that? I mean, that's not just with Markel, but other guys.
Well, and that's what the plan was. Like he was out for 12 minutes in the first half, so I told him he's fresh. We're coming to you here, and I had to be real smart on how I did it because I didn't want to wear him out. I wanted to be able to close the game out with him also. But that stretch there from about the 12-minute mark to about 9, we just threw the ball to him and let him. He had a matchup that we liked that was very favorable. And it was a smaller guy guarding, so we just crab dribble and get to his spot and go up. And he turned a couple of those things into and ones. But then he made his free throws, so he was really sharp in the second half when we needed him.
Yeah, just kind of follow up on Markel. Last year, would he been able to do that? I mean, has his strength or his body kind of changed that he's so much more effective around the basket this year?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think it's his strength. I think more so of his experience and his knowledge. Then the last thing I think is his confidence. I think he knows that I'm going to go to him to close games out, and he's confident that he can deliver, especially when he got a smaller player on him. So he can just get there and go over top of people. So he's comfortable doing that. So that's what he did for us tonight. But I thought he was really impressive down the stretch when we just got him the ball on the low post and he just crab dribble and. You know, he at third place, they took a couple of charges on him, and he was banging guys and they fell down. This time he had more poise and more patience in getting to his spot.
Do you like the composure that you guys had? I know at South Dakota you said you didn't like that composure.
No, I did not. I did not like the composure. I thought they sped us up. And we turned the ball over 16 times, man, and that was a lot for us. We don't turn the ball over that many times. And what we have tonight, I mean, we had 14 tonight. We had 8 at halftime, and I was about ready to go off on them, but I couldn't because we was winning the game. But that's still too many turnovers in that situation. So that's something we have to work on. We got to cut that down. That's way too many turnovers.
But tonight, did you like it better than?
No doubt. And at the end of the game, I think I just told JJ to let me control the game at the end there, and then that's what we did instead of having random possessions where no one knew what was going on. So we just controlled those possessions at the end.
What about the people's elbow?
The people's elbow.
The locker room?
I thought that was fun. I didn't know what was going to happen, man. KB went in and said he was calling in his tag team, and all of a sudden, here comes Josh. And it was straight out of WWE, man. We're talking about entertaining. It might have been the best one yet. I haven't seen the video yet, but I'm looking forward to seeing the video. But it was fun. Our guys loved it. And again, when you win, it's always fun. So I don't know what else they're gonna come up with, guys, here in the future. Hopefully we just keep winning.
Running out of options. You gotta get creative.
I'm not gonna get involved. I can tell you that.
Hey, can I ask you real quick about Isaac? I mean,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, he had 10 and 5 tonight and hit a big shot. Pretty light for you guys.
Yeah.
I guess, where have you kind of seen him kind of progress?
Well, it's weird because about a week ago he started moving better. He started dunking the ball every time he got a chance to, right, in practice. Even in drills, he would dunk the ball. So obviously he's fresh. He got his legs underneath him. His knee is stronger. And we saw the transformation happening. Then he go and do what he did at South Dakota and getting 12 rebounds. And I told him, you set a standard for yourself. So let's do that every night. And now my job now is to make sure I get him some touches around the basket every night. So he's ready to deliver, and that's going to be a big bonus for our team, especially when we play against other bigs. So really happy, really pleased with the direction that he's going in. All right, thanks, guys.
Yeah, I know, like Crutch said, he wants to get you more touches down there and everything. I guess, what kind of strides do you feel like you've made since, say, the beginning of the year until now?
One of the biggest ones is really just changing my mindset and my approach towards things. Like, you know how you just mentioned that I'm dunking things now and trying to be more explosive and stuff like that. And in the beginning, I would try to be more focused on my finishing, and I was kind of worried about my knee doing too much on it. And then once I started feeling really good, I was like, okay, I gotta switch something up. And it was really my mindset of just like, okay, just play as hard as I can, and everything will take care of itself. And that's my approach. That's how my approach has been so far, and which has led to me being this successful, actually.
This is a pretty physical game. You guys foul out one guy and or posts were in foul trouble the whole night. Was that the focus, I guess? It just kind of gives you the pain.
Yeah, that was our biggest focus, to just play in their paint, because we knew that that we can play down there. We're physical enough, we're skilled enough to play down there and score, and that was our main focus. And they have a 7-footer, so like we're trying to get him out the game, so we can try to have easier finishes around there. So that was our main focus, of just playing in the paint, playing defense, and just going hard in the paint and just doing that until they stop us.
With this being the first year you've been here, first year that Josh has been here, I guess how do you two kind of play off each other?
Oh, I love
Kind
Josh.
of help each other.
I love Josh. I love what he brings to the team. I love how he's been towards me. Even we always try to help each other out during practice. He always during timeouts, like if I'm doing something that I don't realize, or even a screen on defense, he comes and talks to me. He helps me out a lot. So I really am thankful for Josh a lot at times. So especially when I'm not doing so well, and he comes in and helps out a lot with the rebounding, or even scoring, or even just defense. So like I really do appreciate Josh and what he brings into the team. Even with the relationship that we have, it really means a lot. We don't really argue about who should start or who should be this or who should. We just both look at each other and like, hey, we both have a job to do, and let's just do the best we can to do it. So
He's played in this league, obviously. Has he helped you kind of?
Yes. Yeah, he's helped me a lot with realizing how physical this league can be, and just understanding that, okay, like, yeah, there's some things like, going hard in the paint, you can push somebody down, but at a certain time, like, you can't do that. But like, he's been really teaching me a lot more about spacing when it comes to like, the team that we're in right now, being my first year here at Omaha. And yeah, he's been in the league, but he's kind of familiar with the guys on the team a little bit because he's played against them. He's seen how they play. So he kind of helps me like a lot with that kind of aspect of things, which is like, okay, like, hey, next time Markel, mostly with Markel, when he gets the ball, just stay on that dunker spot or just go underneath him. So like small things like that, that's really what Josh really helps me out a lot. So
you guys are now in the second half of the conference season and everything. I guess anything really surprise you about the conference as far as the physicality or anything, or
honestly,
kind of what you expected?
It's kind of what I expected, but it did kind of surprise me a little bit more than what I thought it was going to be, because it is pretty physical, and today was a pretty good example of that. You know, there was a lot of physical plays that happened that there were no calls on, and even I myself thought I'm a pretty physical guy, but even I myself was like, oh wow, that's pretty that should have been a call, but yeah, I can't really say I was really surprised, but I was a little like, just like, oh wow, it's pretty physical out here. So that's about it.